So, day one, freshman year. Walk in and I don't know what to do for anything. I use the map, I don't know where my classes are, I don't know where my friends from middle school are. I'm just pretty much lost.
My freshman year was really exciting. The first 2 weeks, Mr. Bengford wasn't there. I'd heard so much about him from my sister and from friends, and I was really nervous to know him. There were rumors spread by the seniors and upperclassmen who knew him to scare the freshmen. I remember Philip Foster said that he was the inventor of Freshman Friday, and so I was sure to be put into a trash can.
What can I say? It was a lot of fun. Drama's just been really great. I used to be this shy little Asian kid who didn't really talk much, and then I did drama, and all of a sudden, I couldn't stop talking. It was good.
I would describe the drama theater department as controlled chaos because it's crazy. You start out with your auditions, especially freshman year, you start out and you meet all these new people. You meet Mr. Bengford and Chris and Babs, and you get a dance thrown at you and you get songs thrown at you, and you want to try your best and you want to be in the show, you want to do your best.
When he got there, I remember I was shaking, and he was holding his daughter, who he'd just adopted, Haley, and he looked over at me and he said, "Oh, hey Graves." I was like, okay, why was I so worried? And over the next 4 years, our friendship grew and he'd become my favorite teacher.
First thing I remember walking in, first ever drama club meeting I did. The first Thursday, August 20th something, I don't remember what day. Just how many people there were, just all these people just coming together, working towards something, just one thing, theater. And then a couple weeks later, I auditioned for Odyssey, and that was the best decision I've ever made in my life.
I guess start with Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
So I went to auditions because I wanted to tech, but at my middle school, you had to audition to tech, so that's why I went to auditions, and I was like, I want to tech. And then Mr. Bengford was like, oh, so.
You're not supposed to be here.
I joined tech class with Adrian, and then our first Saturday rehearsal, I remember there was people flaking off and stuff like that. And Adrian and I had been painting the catwalks. We were painting the catwalks, and we discovered that we were wood graining. So the dark wood grain was exactly the same color as Adrian's skin tone, and the light wood grain was exactly the same color as my skin tone. So we painted our hands opposite, and it looked pretty legit. Yeah. And then there was this big sit-down meeting where B and Kelly Schumann, who was the technical director, were gonna have a talk with everyone. And they're like, B was like, yeah, all you people messing around who are veterans, and Adrian and Emily, the new two techs, have been working hard all day. And we just put our hands behind our back.
Odyssey really made me come out of my shell. Without that show, I honestly don't know who I would be. I remember Odyssey, it was family, it was belonging. I'd never felt it before, and I would do that show again in a heartbeat, no questions asked.
And then the chorus line, that was pretty crazy. Chorus line was a very interesting experience. It was a lot of stuff to learn, stuff to do. I had to sing a song about gonorrhea. I was 14. I don't know, it was pretty good. It turned out well. I had a lot of fun with it.
But for freshman year, you started out as an actor, and then I was.
That doesn't even count.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You were in Odyssey.
Hey,
it doesn't count.
I wasn't even a part of the drama department. I was literally dragged forcibly by these two.
Hey,
sophomore year.
You
to
joined.
Join the department.
Okay, you had
and you stayed.
I did stay.
So
I said I love this department. I have no other life. I'm not even kidding.
Although, especially considering how we started with I don't even know what it's called anymore. Moon over Buffalo.
Yeah, but
all of those doors. Oh my God.
Door jams.
Oh,
I did
slow.
sound for that show, so I have no idea.
I remember
Oh yeah,
you-
falling into the pit with the taxi.
I remember you giving me a henna tattoo backstage.
We held that
Last
flat,
midnight.
and then nothing else happened.
Yeah, it was very slow.
Okay, let's see what.
The highlight of my year, though, was Into the Woods. It was my favorite musical, and I couldn't believe that they were doing it. I didn't think that I had a chance at all to be the baker's wife, which is my favorite role, but when the cast list came up, we stayed up all night, and it finally came up at 4:30 in the morning. And I remember it was insane. Max Davies called me and said it's up, and it was incredible. That was the most magical show I've ever been in, and to this day I feel so privileged to be a part of it, and was so happy to have that chance.
Into the Woods was kind of my turning point because I was in it, so I got to work really closely with a group of 5 girls, and we got really close, and just kind of, I don't know, that was kind of magical doing that show.
Don't worry about it. Back to Into the Woods.
Sydney Stump School. That's what I will always
And
That
her
was so good.
butterfly.
That was
Yes.
so good.
Working with
Wait,
Sydney
wait,
on
wait, wait,
top.
wait.
Katie Doy.
No,
Katie
listen.
Doy.
No, hold on. Bangford. Rodney.
Rodney?
Yes,
Rodney.
best tech
Best
ever.
tech. And John.
I think he should win all of the
He
awards
worked
this year. Just saying.
800%.
Always.
All the time.
Always. He just came
He just-
here and just.
He
was-
worked so
he was the
fast you
model.
didn't even see him.
Reason. But I did do The Giver, which no one seems to think that we did. And it was the first show we did in this theater. It was amazing. Then came my first principal role as Christopher Belling in Curtains. And I'm not ashamed to say that I cried closing night, only because that show is still my favorite show that I've done here, if only because it was so much fun to work on.
And then curtains and the waves.
The fact that we wanted to set fire to the waves, which doesn't make much sense, but we were gonna do it.
We didn't actually do it though. Everybody, or when Kenji accidentally opened the curtain, or, like during the wrong spot, everybody
no.
dropped.
Matt's dive. Wait, round of applause. Matt's dive.
Matt, if you ever see this, good job.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just thank you.
That away. Dancing. Come on. Katie, Sydney, you, me, Kenji, dancing to That Away.
So
To be
good.
honest, I think we should have been on stage instead of the actors.
Hey, at least we know that if someone hurt themselves, we could go on and replace
Or everybody
them.
just
Yeah.
kind of lounging on the white stairs before
Tough act to
Tough
follow.
act to follow.
We were just chilling.
Helga Vic knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you're in front of the curtain.
Exactly.
And now comes the last year, senior year. Started over the summer, early, a week before school with 12th Night. I played Malvolio, the guy jumping around with the yellow tights, screaming, "Sweet lady, ho ho." And that was my favorite role that I've played here so far, because it's a role I had the most time to really think about and let just develop in my head.
The only thing I remember, it seems so long ago, I remember filling in the pit, filling in the whole stage, and then going through that. I was cast as Sebastian, Viola's brother, and that was a really fun show because I felt like all the thespians in the troupe, it was just a show where everyone really felt connected, and it was just a great show to work on. Then auditions came for Bullshot Crummin, and I was going for the villain because I had never played a villain before. And I got cast as Mr. Otto von Bruno, yes. And I got to work on my German accent, and that was very, very fun, yes. And that show was so fun. I'll never forget, I think it was my closing night, and Ian comes in as Professor Fitton, and he has the gun, and it's a plastic one, and Lenya, I forgot who my Lenya was that night, knocks it out of his hand, and the gun breaks. And I improv the line, and I said, "It was a fake gun, Professor," and it was just a funny part, and I'm so glad I got to work on that part. But the only thing I did read about it was the bald cap, because that took such a long time to put on. But I had a lot of help from Louise, so that was great.
One of my favorite things about Westmont Drama is that we're all a family and we're all here together and we spend time and support one another. My favorite show would be The Wiz because it's not every day you see a guy get casted as a Wicked Witch. And being able to portray that character is phenomenal and a wonderful experience. And B, thank you so much for casting me for this part. And you are a huge inspiration to me and I admire you in so many ways and thank you so much.
I don't know. Doing the Wiz this year, the Wiz was like so much fun this year. It was crazy. It was just like everything I had to do, the dancing, and I just really, I guess what I'm trying, I really missed this drama department. You know, everyone in it, the administrators like Chris. Chris is just great. She's so good at teaching like singing and stuff. And before I started doing musicals, I sounded like a dead cat, something like that. And now I sound like an all right kind of living, okay-ish cat. Babs is a homie. She's great. She teaches like the dances that she teaches. Like I don't even really do that type of dance, and I find myself like dancing like that when I'm trying to like choreograph for like breakdance club or something. I find myself doing steps that I learned from her, and it's just like impacted me like that in that way. And B is like his personality is so big, it just kind of like envelopes you, it envelopes you, and one of those, and it just like draws you in, and it's just like, he's such a great person, and he like really cares about everyone, and he's just fantastic, you know, it's good, it's good.
Moment with the drama department was working with Katie Doi for Into the Woods, just kind of knowing that you could take some really big and creative and awesome idea and just kind of bring life to it, and not to mention Katie Doi is just awesome. So I don't know, that just really defined what could happen and what tech was capable of.
My favorite moment, well actually it's like multiple favorite moments, is when after you're done with the show and you've built everything, and then when the audience comes in, it's not quite the audience's reaction, it's when B's in the audience and you know you're doing something, you're waiting for a cue, and it's like you're part of it, and then if it's like a funny part when B laughs like really loudly and you can always hear it's him, it's like, yay, something went well, you did something right. So it was kind of like a pat in the back, but like an audible pat on the back.
Okay. My favorite moment would probably have to be Odyssey and that crazy painting stage. Me, Sydney, Katie Joy, Samantha Thomas, Sam, and Emily for a brief period. We stayed after everybody else had left and stayed till like 11 o'clock painting the stage. And I think that was probably my favorite moment because, I don't know, there are moments that sort of just like define your experience of something, and whenever I think about drama, I think of that moment, getting to know those people and sort of building a family that's just sort of that lasts forever. Like, I just love those guys, and I'm always gonna love these guys. And I'm just gonna love this department and and pulling up Sydney's pants when her hands were painted all over.
Getting Cheez-Its.
Yeah, magical pocket of Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
And I'm rambling.
It's okay. I don't really have a favorite moment. I think it's just being here with everybody. I guess for shows-wise, Backstage with Adrian during Into the Woods, Last Midnight, that was good. But I definitely loved The Wiz. Because, it sounds weird, but because I was a senior, this was my show. I got to be in charge of this show, and I got to love all the new people, all the new techs. I got to know everybody. It was a ridiculously crazy show, but it was so much fun, and I am gonna miss this department so much. I don't even know.
Any last words? One last thing, you have 20 seconds left on this.
20 seconds. Whoa.
We love everybody!
We love you!
Love everybody!
You're great,
Do good in the future.
Yeah.
We will come back.
We're coming
you
to
can't
visit.
get rid of us.
You can't, yeah.
Just every
We're
once in
coming
a
back.
while.
It's like I'm your mother. I love you guys.
Oh, you don't count Adrian.
Shut up!
Yes, 5 then? Okay.
No, I'm not gonna be able to have this experience ever again. And I know why B, obviously know why B doesn't have senior circle until, well, drama awards, because you sort of feel a bit burnt out because you just takes so much energy to realize that it's a rush of emotions. You realize that you've had this great thing, but you haven't really realized it until now. And it's a mix of emotions. You feel afraid that you're not going to be able to feel like this again. You feel a little bit, I don't know, sad that it's ending. You feel happy because you had such a great time, and it's just, you don't really experience it until you do. It's one of those things where you can't really describe it.
One thing that I know that I'm going to miss so much every morning is walking into the drama room and saying, "Good morning, Mr. Bengford," and he would say, "Good morning, Rachel." That's always the favorite part of my day. I mean, I've done it for 4 years, and I mean, I know that he notices it because if I don't say it, like if for some reason I forget, he always kind of walks over to me and says, "Good morning." And so I'm going to miss that. And yeah, that's going to be something that I'll miss a lot. I'll miss the people that I've met, and I'll miss the shows that we did. I'll miss standing on this stage and being in this theater. I'll miss the cafeteria. I mean, it doesn't feel like ours anymore. And I think one word that almost encompasses the feelings and emotions and everything about my 4 years would be change, because I feel like I've fully gone through a complete change all these past 4 years.
Hey.